Where are those Droidekas?
Master, destroy it! Shield generators! To stand. Let's go.
What is going on, everyone? Mr. Mom Collectibles. I am back with another 1/6 scale figure preview video, and this is a pretty exciting one. Normally, I don't record this early in the morning, but I couldn't sleep, and I saw this pop up, and I think this is going to be something everyone's going to be talking about. And so it's already up for pre-order, so I figure, you know what, let's do a quick little video. And this is something people have been asking for, wanting, hoping, and Hot Toys has delivered. And this is the 1/6 scale Droideka figure from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. This thing looks badass. I mean, if you're a droid fan and this is just a badass piece. Celebrating the 25th anniversary of Star Wars The Phantom Menace, Hot Toys is pleased to present the brand new 1/6 scale collectible figure of the Droideka Destroyer droid. The 1/6 scale collectible figure features highly detailed mechanical structure with exceptional articulations, skillfully applied metallic paint applications, and the ability to transform into the disc-shaped form. So we're just going to go through some of the photos, and then what we'll do is we'll jump over to Sideshow because it is up for pre-order. It is one of those things where it's really interesting. Sometimes when they do pre-orders, it takes a few hours for it to trigger on Sideshow. This one was like almost instant. You can already pre-order this thing, and at the time of filming this video. So here you go. This is the first photo that you see, and then here is the little logo of the 25th anniversary. And although these were in, Attack of the Clones, and I believe also in Revenge of the Sith, these are branded under the Phantom Menace for the first appearance. I have been really looking forward to this. I have not collected any of the droids from Attack of the Clones. The Geonosis battle droid or the super battle droid. We did get a little bit of a tease in some of the other photos, which we'll take a look at. But like I said, this thing looks really badass. There's no accessories with it. What you see is what you get, but this is just a piece that I know is just going to have a lot of shelf presence, a lot of moving pieces here. It looks like it's going to be all plastic based on the description and also the price. So there's going to be really no die-cast components here. So it's going to be all plastic, but you see there's just a lot of pistons and movable pieces, hoses, wires, a very complex design overall. And then here you have the ability to actually transform the piece into the rolling ball mechanism, into the second stage where it stands up still collapsed, and then into its final form. This is going to be an army builder's dream, to get multiples of these potentially. For me, this looks to be, two makes sense because I think they kind of always worked out in packs anyway. So at least minimally two, just to have them next to each other. Judging by the size of the piece, it's going to have definitely some shelf presence. So you got to have that space allocated for it. Otherwise, if you just want to get one to have the representation of it, that's completely fair. I don't know how many people will have the, if you're only going to get one, how many people are going to have a post like this, but this is a really great picture kind of showcasing all of the mechanicals of the piece itself. Like I said, the hoses, the pistons, the gears, all of the pieces that, things that make it collapse into this form, which is really cool. It's just a really neat looking piece, but like I said, it can go into full form as we see here, which is what it's known for. The one thing that it is missing is the shield, the independent shield generator. I don't see that as a necessary piece in this sense. I mean, the shield itself in the movies was just a big clear bluish kind of dome, but in reality also, if you go back and watch the movie, the shield was kind of translucent, where it wasn't a perfect shield that was over at all times. It was more evident when it was actually getting hit and deflecting off. And so could Hot Toys have done something? Yeah, of course they could have. The first thing that comes to mind is actually, if anyone knows, is the Mark 85 how that had like a blue accessory. It was like a blue shield that came with it. So could they have done something? Of course they could, but that would have been a really big piece to have. And I just don't know how realistic it would be to display that if they had a big clear blue translucent dome to go over the figure. I just don't know from a shelf perspective, and or display perspective, how realistic that would have been in a lot of collectors' display cabinets. But like I said, I don't see it as a bummer, so to speak. I think the piece looks fantastic overall. Just like I said, there's no accessories, so what you see is what you get with it. You do have to be really careful. I'm just trying to think of if you have other figures. I know one that's coming to mind is like the RoboCop 3 diecast with the jetpack that had a lot of mechanical pieces like that. So when you're dealing with something like this, you have to be really careful. It probably is going to be a fragile piece, so you have to be careful handling this that you don't break it or snap something off of it. But there was another photo that I want to pull up. Like I said, this is just showcasing like the really awesome metallic, the paintwork and all that stuff. But I do want to bring up a photo that was here. This is really neat, showing them in the different transformations. Just like so, going through all these photos, just showcasing the elements of the piece. But here we have to give you a height idea. Now, obviously, these legs here can be adjusted. This is what it would look like kind of at its tallest point. I don't, if you kind of lower these legs down a little bit, it's going to drop down height wise, but it's pretty. I think they teased an episode 1 battle droid here, because I know we have the Geonosis, which was more like orange, reddish orange. So if they do end up doing this piece here, I would end up picking this up as a companion to it. I'm not really worried about the super battle droid. Based on the photos, this looks to be the same one from that's already been out, but this does look like a different droid here just because of the color tone difference. So it does look like an episode 1 droid, which I would love to see this. I'd pick up like a companion, like a pair to go with, but this just gives you a height different, an idea of the height. But like I said, if you look at the legs here, it is kind of bent upwards at its tallest point. I don't think this is a realistic stance. You drop these legs down a little bit, it's going to drop down a few centimeters. But like I said, it's a really awesome piece. And I want to jump over to Sideshow, because Sideshow does have this up for pre-order. It is $265. That is before tax and shipping, and it's estimated to ship April 25 to September 25. So there's your price, 265. With tax and shipping, that's going to notch it up to around 300, I would say, unless you have back other sites that no tax or free shipping to keep that price down. So if you do have that, that's a bonus right there. But 265, I don't think it's bad. I mean, I really don't see it being realistically any lower, but the excitement here it's definitely on a high. I might not sound excited because it is still early in the morning, but this is something that I'm really looking forward to. I liked episode 1. It has a special place in my heart. I won't lie. We have the Darth Maul 2.0 that came out, and now we have the Droideka, which is, I know, one that a lot of people really wanted this piece, and so Hot Toys delivered. I do hope that I know from episode 1, people are really clamoring and hoping for that Padawan Obi-Wan to complete the trio, the companion piece to Qui-Gon, and so these are just going to look really awesome all together. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Are you excited for this? Are you picking this up? How many? Does the shield, the lack of the shield, is that a letdown for you? Not for me, but let me know in the comments below. But drop a like on the video. Please consider subscribing to the channel if this is in fact your first time. And this is Mr. Mom Collectibles saying take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Acknowledge me!